Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-analyze Google Forms customer reviews. So let's suppose I'm running an online business and I'm receiving customer reviews with the help of Google Forms. I want that whenever I receive a new form submission, this should be automatically analyzed with the help of OpenAI, and the details of this analysis should be automatically added to my Google Sheets spreadsheet. Doing this manually will consume a lot of time, so I've completely automated this process, and to do this automation I've used Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Sheets. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever there will be new form submission in Google Forms, this will be automatically analyzed with the help of OpenAI, and the details will be automatically added to my Google Sheets spreadsheet for the easy analysis. Now, if you want to learn the step-by-step process, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to build an AI agent to auto-analyze Google Forms customer reviews. For this, I'm going to create automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly, and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in your browser. After browsing the website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. On the top right corner, you can see two options: sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll go with the sign in. And here all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. I'm going to click on this Pabbly Connect Access Now. And it has taken me towards this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders which I've created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, simply click on this plus icon, and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow, for which I need to click on this create workflow button. And first I need to provide the workflow name, and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first, let's name this workflow as build an AI agent to auto-analyze Google Forms customer reviews. And now I need to select my folder. These are the folders which have been created. I'm going to select it as AI agent and then click on create. Here, workflow created successfully. As soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens, and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow, but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to build an AI agent to auto-analyze Google Forms customer reviews, which means whenever there will be new form submission of this customer reviews, that will be automatically analyzed with the help of OpenAI, which is my AI agent, and it will be automatically analyzed and added to my Google Sheets spreadsheet for the easy analysis again. So here in my trigger application, I will be taking Google Forms because it is going to trigger this workflow as soon as there is a new form submission. And then in my action application, I'm going to take OpenAI and then Google Sheets. So here in my trigger application, I'm quickly going to take Google Forms. And then in my trigger event, I'm going to take this new response received. Now I need to make connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, for which a webhook URL is provided to me. And this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Google Forms with Pabbly Connect. So reading the setup task, I'm going to build this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Google Forms. So this is the Google form which I've created by the name customer review, and it has all these fields: name, feedback, sentiment, summary, food percentage, service percentage, ambience percentage. Now I want to fill this form so that my details could be analyzed, or the customer review could be analyzed, and a review could be created and added to my Google Sheets. Now, to make the connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms, first I have to make sure that the required button of this last field is toggled on. Then I have to go towards this responses, and then I have to click on this link to Sheets, and then it will ask me select destination for responses. So do you want to create a new spreadsheet or select the existing spreadsheet? I'm going to select the new spreadsheet and then click on create. So here my spreadsheet is linked to my Google Forms, and you can see all the fields which I have in this spreadsheet: name, feedback, sentiment, summary, food, service, ambience. are here in my Google Forms, and as soon as there will be form submission in this particular form, all the details will be automatically added to this particular spreadsheet. Except this timestamps, because this timestamps is noting the date and timing of the form submission. Now here I'm quickly going to open the Google Forms, and to open this I'm going to click on this copy respondent link, copy the link to this form and paste that in a new tab. And here I'm going to enter some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my name is latest user. Then my feedback is, so here I've added the name as latest user. Feedback is love the pizza but the service was slow. Then the sentiment is positive. Summary is loved food, slow service. Food is 80%, service is 15%, ambience is 5%. I have added this and I'm going to submit this, and you will see all the details will be automatically added to my Google Sheets spreadsheet, this spreadsheet. So here I'm going to click on this submit. And here we have submitted this. Now let's quickly open the spreadsheet, and here it is. We have received the response in this spreadsheet. The name was latest user. Feedback was they loved the pizza but the service was slow. Then the sentiment was positive. Summary loved food, slow service. Then we have received the percentage food, percentage service, and the ambience, and this was the same response which the customer has submitted, which I have submitted, and I have captured that to the spreadsheet. Now I'm going to send this data to my Pabbly Connect workflow, and to do that I have to go towards this extensions, go to add-ons, and then click on this get add-ons. Here Google Workspace Marketplace will appear in front of me, where I need to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks. And it is showing install because I have already installed this in my Google Sheets. But if you are doing this for the first time, make sure that you follow the same process and install this. Now after that you install this, it will start appearing over here, and from here you have to go towards this initial setup. Then this box will appear in front of you where you need to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So this is the same webhook URL which I am provided in my Pabbly Connect. So I'm simply going to copy and paste that webhook URL over here, and then I need to enter the trigger column. So the trigger column will be a final data entry column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent through the webhook URL or the Pabbly Connect workflow. So here my final data entry column or the end column is column H, which means whenever I'm going to add the data in this particular column, the complete row data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. So the trigger column simply means the final data entry column and the end column. I have entered trigger column is column H, and now I'm simply going to click on this send test, and you will see the test data will be sent to my Pabbly Connect workflow. And now to make this setup, I have to click on this submit. So here setup configured successfully. I have successfully added the webhook URL which I was provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow in the spreadsheet, and now I have to follow a very important step. I have to go towards this extensions, go to Pabbly Connect webhooks, and then click on this send on event. So this step will make sure whatever data we add in future, it is sent to Pabbly Connect. I'm quickly going to open my workflow and check whether I have received the response or not, and here it is. I have received the response. The trigger column was H, summary was this, loved food, slow service. Then we have received the name is latest user, the rest of the percentage, sentiment was positive, feedback was love the pizza but the service was slow. So here these are the same exact details which we have received in the workflow. And this shows the connection setup that we have created between Pabbly Connect and Google Forms that is successful. And now whenever I'm going to receive a new form submission, I will start capturing that response there in this workflow. Moving on to the next step, whenever there is a new form submission, I want to analyze with the help of AI agent. So in my action application, I'm going to write OpenAI as my AI agent and my action application. And in my action event, I'm going to select it as ChatGPT structured AI output and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter the token. Following the help test given below, I'm going to enter this token and I'm going to click on the hyperlink. And it has taken me towards this API keys page. To create a new API token, I simply need to click on this create new secret key. First, I have to provide the key name. So let's say the key is test. The project will be default project. The permissions will be all. And then I simply need to click on this create secret key. A new API token will be provided to me, which I need to copy and simply paste that over here. Now here, as I have already an existing connection, I have created this connection multiple times. So I'm going to go with this existing connection and then go with save. Here OpenAI is connected with Pabbly Connect and now I have to enter these details. So first I have to select the AI model. I am going to select it as GPT-4o Mini from this drop down. I am going to select the roles as user and then I am going to enter this content user. So here I have added this prompt, analyze the following restaurant customer review, identify the overall sentiment, summarize the key points mentioned in simple term, highlight specific issue or praise related to food service ambience, cleanliness, pricing, suggest clear actionable next step the restaurant can take to improve based on the review. I have added this prompt and now I am going to enter the review. So over here I am not going to enter this review manually. Instead I am going to use a method called mapping, which means I am going to enter the data from the previous response. Now I have received the response from Google Forms and when I click on this field I can see this Google Forms. When I click on this I can see all the response which I have received from there. So first I am going to enter the name of the customer, then I'm going to enter the summary, then I'm going to enter the service, then I'm going to enter the sentiment, food, then the feedback, then the ambience. Now over here I have entered all these details and over here I have mapped these details because mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep this field dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. I have entered all these details. Now I am going to enter this response format. So I want the response in a JSON format, like I want the name and the review analysis. So I have to enter this response format and I need to enter the JSON schema so as to get two separate responses, which means to get the response in JSON format. Now over here you can see that in help desk I am given this, so I am going to copy and paste it and I am going to remove this curly braces your JSON schema. And I'm going to go towards my OpenAI, and to get this JSON schema, I have to go towards this docs. On the left hand side, I can see the structured outputs. So I'm going to open this and I have landed towards this page. Over here, you can see this option of generate. So to get this JSON schema, I have to enter the fields which I require. I want the name and the review analysis field. So I'm going to enter name. So here I wanted two fields, name, type of text, give the name of the customer. Then the next was review analysis, type of text, give review analysis. And now I'm simply going to click on this create and we have to make sure whatever fields we require, we enter that in the same format so as to generate this JSON schema. And here I have generated this and I'm going to copy this entirely and paste that over here. Now these user max token are not required fields. I'll skip this. The sampling type will remain temperature sampling. Then these fields are not required ones, so I'll skip this. Now over here I have entered the response format, content user. I have selected the role as user, then I've selected the AI model. I'm simply going to click on save and send test request. Let's wait for the response. And here I have received the response. The content name, the name of the customer was latest user and the content review analysis was this. Now let's open this. So it says overall sentiment is positive. Key points: the customer enjoyed the food, especially pizza. Then we have the specific issue praises. We have received the service, ambience, cleanliness, pricing. And then we have received the actionable next steps for improvement: improve service speed, enhance ambience, solicit customer feedback. So here this is a very nice customer review. It has given me the overall sentiment, then it has provided the key points, it has given the specific issues, and then it has provided me with the next actionable positive steps. So now I'm going to add this to my Google Sheets. For that I'm going to click on this add action step button, and then in my action application I'm going to search for Google Sheets, and then in my action event I'm going to select it as add new row and then click on connect. If you have an existing connection, go with save. If you don't have one, click on this add new connection, then click on the sign in with Google. Here you need to choose your account with which you have logged in your Google Sheets, and after choosing your account you simply need to click on this allow and your Google Sheets will be connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here I need to enter the spreadsheet first. So here the name of the spreadsheet is review analysis. I am going to select that from this drop down, and then you will see the sheet will be automatically detected. Now I have these two fields which I have in my spreadsheet. I am quickly going to enter or map that which I have received from my OpenAI response. The name is latest user and the review analysis is this. If you want to add more fields, as I've told you earlier and explained you in detail, you can add that to your structured output field, and those fields will be generated and you can add that directly or map that directly to your Google Sheet spreadsheet. Here I have entered the name and the review analysis. I'm quickly going to click on save and send test request. So here I have received the response. I'm quickly going to open my spreadsheet. We have added the details in the spreadsheet. The name is latest user and the review analysis which we have generated with the help of OpenAI is this. So now to summarize, we took Google Forms as a trigger application from where we were taking the customer reviews. We sent that to OpenAI to generate the review analysis, and as soon as the analysis was generated, I added that to my Google Sheet spreadsheet. This is how this automation workflow is going to run, and here we have successfully created automation between Google Forms, OpenAI and Google Sheets with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.